friends, welcome in Government College Raipur Pali. As we were doing the poem Christabel by Coleridge, we have seen till now that Christabel and Geraldine are on their way to Christabel's chamber. They have entered the castle of Father Leoline, Christabel's Father Leoline's castle. They have entered and they are stealthily going towards the chamber of Christabel. And then sweet Christabel her feet doth bear, and jealous of the listening air. And there sweet Christabel takes off her shoes in order to talk more quietly, and jealous of the listening air. And in this line, the idea is that the air is listening to surrounding noises and would proclaim them to be world. So the ladies do not want even the air to listen to their footsteps. And in this way, Coleridge describes their effort to walk quietly. They steal their way from stair to stair, from one step to another, from one floor to other. While they are proceeding, they are going in a very stealthy and very quietly and silent manner. Now in glimmer and now in gloom. Sometimes there is a glimmer and sometimes there is gloom, darkness. And now they pass the Baron's room, and in this manner they have quietly passed the Baron Sir Leoline's room, as still as death, with stifled breath. And while they passed the Baron's room, they were as silent, as still as death. Even they held their breath as well, just like a dead man who does not make any kind of noise. They passed the room of the Baron, and now have reached her chamber door. And in this way, they have reached at the door of the chamber of Christabel. And now doth Geraldine press down the rushes of the chamber floor. And there the lady, the damsel Geraldine, presses down the rushes of the chamber floor. There, in medieval times, the floors of the room were spread with dried grass and rushes. Rushes is a marsh plant, and some sort of grasses and marsh plants were used. They are used to spread in medieval times to give warmth and softness for the feet. So she presses down that grass which is spread before the door on the floor of the Christabel's chamber. So she presses down, maybe out of some sort of fear or fear to be acknowledged, and so that she cannot make a sound of her feet. So she presses down that grass, and then the moon shines dim in the open air, and not a moonbeam enters here. We see at the door of the chamber of Christabel, the moon shines dim, in the open air, and not a moonbeam enters here, but in her chamber, not a moonbeam, no light of moon enters in her chamber, but they without its light can see the chamber carved so curiously. But without the moonbeam or moonlight, they were able to see the chamber and some carvings which were spread or made on the walls of the chamber so curiously, so curiously. The word curiously makes the atmosphere look mysterious, and they could see the carvings made on the wall of Christabel's room. Carved with figures strange and sweet, and the figures which were carved on the walls of the room were strange and sweet, all made out of the carver's brain. And all these carvings were the result of the imagination of the person who had carved those images. And they were for a lady's chamber meet. All those images, all those carvings which were there were the imagination of the carver, and they met the requirements or they suited the imagination of a lady's chamber as well. So of a lady's interest, those images were made there. The lamp with two-fold silver chain is fastened to an angel's feet, and there we see on one of the carvings at the feet, the carving was of an angel, and at its feet a lamp was fastened with two-fold silver chain. The lamp was fastened with two-fold silver chain, and there now the thing which we were to assume that but they without its light can see. Without the moonlight, how can one see the carvings on the wall of the chamber? Now this is resolved in these two last lines, that there was a lamp which was burning there and which was fastened to an angel's feet, so that they were able to see without the moonlight entering into the room. So we see this, we enter with our imagination enter with Christabel and Geraldine into Christabel's chamber, and there we see beautiful carvings on the walls, and in this manner they open and entering in the room of the Christabel, the Lady Christabel. So students, we take these lines for today only, and tomorrow we shall take further some odd 30 to 40 lines. Till then, thank you very much.